Hi guys, in this video I am going to show you that how you can integrate PayPal smart buttons onto your Shopify Debutify theme. So actually I got a comment that I have to create a video for adding these PayPal credit debit card buttons onto the Shopify theme, which is Debutify. So actually people were not able to find the cart page as well as the product page. So the best thing of this video is that I will be implementing both the things, like you can see over here we have the product page. So sorry, this is the cart page, and here we have the product page. So you will be knowing about that how you can add PayPal smart buttons onto the product page as well as on the cart page. All right, so please watch the video completely so that you would get to know that how I will be adding all the details onto those coding files, and those are really easy for you to copy and paste the code from the PayPal developer account. And if you are doing something like that, and I have already created one blog on this one, so I will be adding the link into the description, so you can follow that one and just copy the code from my website and then paste it into your Shopify theme. All right, so if you have not subscribed my channel, just click on the subscribe button so that in the coming videos you will get notified with the latest and updated videos of Shopify and other technologies, because I am also trying my best to create some videos in which I could at least solve a problem. All right, this is my target. So in the coming videos I will definitely try my best to solve such type of technical issues which most of the people are facing. So I am also trying to learn some new technologies like Angular. So I will be starting from tomorrow onwards, because I think that in order to solve a lot of problems we must know a lot of technologies as well. All right, so let's get started. So you can see that I have here the Debutify theme, and I already added these buttons. So I removed the code from the file. So I am gonna refresh this page once again, and you can see that the buttons removed now. So if you will be refreshing this product page as well, then you will no more able to see those buttons over here as well. So what we gonna do here is we need to go to our Shopify dashboard, and from the dashboard you can go to the themes over here. So you need to click on that and you will be getting this specific screen, right? So first of all you need to click on customize, because one thing in this Debutify theme is that you have to remove the drawer. So what does drawer means? Wait a minute, I will be showing you. Actually, once you are clicking on any specific type of button, so you will be getting a sidebar which hover over your page, and you will be getting only the checkout button. So we have no more needed the checkout button for now, right? So let me show you. So actually this is the customization phase, and I'm gonna click on theme settings, and you can see over here we have cart/search. So once you are clicking that one, then you will be getting something like cart type. So if you are clicking on drawer, then what will be happening is, like for example, I am going to save this setting, and if you are going to add to cart, wait a minute, here you will not be getting that one. Let me show you over here. So I have just refreshed the page and gone to the home page. So let me show you. Once you are clicking on add to cart, so you can see that we are getting this sidebar, right? So here you can see that this is called as drawer. All right, so here we are getting only checkout button, but we have not needed checkout button right now. So how we will be removing this one is, you need to go to the customization and just click on theme settings, and here you will be getting cart search, and cart type should be page. All right, then you need to click on this save button. So now if you will be refreshing the page, I mean you will be going to the home page, and then after, if you are clicking on this specific button, then you will be redirected to the cart page. So let me show you how. So once you are clicking on add to cart, so now you will be redirected to the cart page directly. All right, so you will be getting this cart page. All right, we have needed this one right now because the checkout page is not accessible because Shopify has hidden those that checkout button checkout page code in the basic plan. So we are using the basic plan, so we have only access to our cart page as well as the product page. So we have the option to add the buttons here. All right, so let's do it now. So I'm gonna close this one because I have already saved the settings. So now you need to go to the themes again, and then you need to click on actions, and here you will be getting edit code. So you need to click on edit code, then you will be redirected to a screen where you will be getting all the folders and files of backend where you can do your customization according to your need. So currently we are going to do the customization only on two template files, which are product page and another one is the cart page. So let's see those things over here. So you can see that we have all the folders here. So let me show you on the template. You can see here we have the cart.liquid. So you need to click on this specific file, and now we needed the code. So let's go to the developer.paypal.com/demo/checkout. All right, so once you are going to this specific URL, then you will be redirected to the demo code which is provided by the PayPal. All right, oh sorry, developer dot this URL, or maybe this is not redirecting directly. You can search here PayPal checkout demo. So once you are searching this one on the Google, then you will be redirected to the Google search, and here you will be getting all the links. So you can see that here we have smart payment buttons integration. So you need to click on this link, and I have clicked on this one, and then you will be redirected to the code which is provided by the PayPal. So you can see over here like line number 15 you need to copy from here, right, and then paste that on the top of this one. All right, then after you have to copy the line number 17 to line number 42. So you need to copy all these lines, and then you need to paste at the last. So I'm gonna paste it over here, and lastly we have to copy line number 11 and 12 from here and need to paste it. Actually this is the cart page, so we want these buttons above the checkout page. So here checkout buttons. So you can see that here we have the checkout button. So let me paste it over here and save it. So I have saved the code, and now if I am going to my cart page and going to refresh this one, then you will be getting, hopefully we will be getting those buttons here. So you can see those buttons here, right? So let's do one more thing. We also needed the same code on the product page. So you can see that we have the templates. So you need to go to the snippets folder, and here in the snippets you need to scroll it down, and you will be getting product template.liquid. So here we have product-template.liquid file. So again you need to copy all the things on the same way. So you can see that here we have this specific script here on line number 15, and then paste on the top of this specific product-template.liquid file. Then after you need to copy this whole script from here, and then you need to paste on last of this one. So I'm gonna paste it on the line number 385. I mean that must be on the last, and then after the last thing we have is line number 11 and 12. All right, so line number 11 and 12, we have copied that code from there, and now we are interested to put that code above. Wait a minute, let me show you. Here you can see that this is actually these are all the cart page. So if I am clicking on this product, then we will be getting the product page here. So you can see that this is the product page. So we are interested to add those buttons above the add to cart. All right, so let's find out the code here. So you can see that we have the code of add to cart, and we can place that one over here, line number 345. So for example, I am leaving it for now on this line, and then let me refresh this page. So I have refreshed the page, and you can see that we have the PayPal buttons over here, right? So this is really interesting that we have implemented both these screens, like we have the cart page and we have the product page. So we can see that we have the buttons here. So now one thing that you have to do over here is, like, you have to replace this specific SB on the top of this line. You can see that we have client ID equal to SB. So remove this specific SB, these two letters from here, and replace with the client ID of your live PayPal account. So I will be adding the link into the description that how you can find the client ID from your PayPal account. So please watch that video, and you will be getting step-by-step instructions that how you will be getting that client ID of not the Sandbox account but the PayPal live account, right? So you need to paste that one over here. And what does that mean? It means that if you are adding that client ID over here, then if your customers are paying some amount, so that amount would be directly received to the PayPal account, which to who that specific client ID belongs, right? So client ID is just connection between the between this page as to the PayPal account, right? So whoever will be will be doing the payment, so that would be sent to that specific PayPal account. So this is the connection. I mean, client ID is the only way to connect that specific Shopify store with your PayPal account, right? So you can also change the currency here. You have the USD. Currently we have the USD, so you can also change into euro, for example, EUR, or maybe Indian rupees, INR, so GBP, like pounds. So in the same way you can use whatever you wanted to, right? So the last thing that we have is we have to keep the amount dynamic. So how we can make our amount dynamic is, first of all, you need to go to the cart.liquid file. So if you are finding here total price, total underscore price, then you will be getting this specific statement, cart.total price. So we have needed this price here on the last. So you can see that here we have the JavaScript that we have added at the last line. So you need to remove this 0.01, which is actually the fixed value. So here you need to write the syntax of Ruby on Rails, and here we need to add cart.total underscore price, and then you have to write here divided by 100.00, right? So why I am writing this 100.00? Because we will be accepting this total price without decimal points. So if we will be adding this one, then we will be adding getting decimal values. Otherwise we will be getting integer value using this cart.total price. All right, so in the same way we will be adding the I'm gonna save this one, and you need to go to the product-template.liquid. So here also we will be getting the price. So here you can see that price and divided by 100.00, they already implemented. So here you will not be getting the total price, because we have the individual product. So customer will be buying the individual product. So that's why we need to write here price. So once again we will be going down, and here we have the JavaScript code which we have added, and you need to write here the syntax and write here price divided underscore by then 100.00. all right, so this is the way you can able to use that specific price over here. So once again let me show you that why I have written this in this way. So let me show you the values. So for example, I have this one buttons here, so I'm gonna write here h1 tag, and you can see that we have, I'm gonna show you the price value. So we have hello world. Actually this video is going little longer because we are implementing both these things, so that's why please don't mind if you are thinking you are getting bored because of this one. So where we have added on the product price, so product page. So let me refresh this page, and now you can see that once this is going to be refreshed, sorry, we got some issue here. Actually we got some error. Okay, we have the syntax error actually. So the syntax error was like I have written here, yeah, we have to write here pipe symbol. all right, so let's see now. So now you can see that we have hello world message here, right? You can see over here. So what we need to do here is we are interested to show this value. So for example, I am writing here, I'm just copying this specific code from here and then going to paste below this, I mean after this hello world. So let me save this once again. So the code is saved now, and let me refresh this page once again. So if you will be refreshing this page, then you can see that hello world 0.0. So we are getting 0.0, so that means the variable which we are using from the page is not the correct one. So what will be the correct value? So we need to find here variant. So you can see that we have the variant dot price. So we need to write here instead of price, we need to write variant dot price, and then let me save this one, and let's refresh this page once again. So now you can see that, sorry, this is not the variant. We need to write here current variant. So CURRENT current underscore variant dot price. So let's save this one, and let me refresh this page. So now you can see that 69.99. So that is the correct amount, and you can also compare with this original amount which is 69.99. So you can see that we have the correct value which is $69.99. So here you can also compare with this one. So this was actually 69.99, and this is now converted to Indian rupees, so that's why this is showing more. All right, so this was originally $69.99 US. For example, if you are refreshing once again, then you will be getting the exact amount which is 69.99, right? So this was the correct amount which we have got, and then actually this is converting into Indian rupees because I am living in India. So according to the country, this would be showing in this way, right? So finally we got this value, and this value is correct. We have just confirmed from here. So we need to copy this whole bunch of code from here, and delete the line from here, because we have no more needed this line now, and we need to paste that line over here. So you can see that the exact value which we have just confirmed from there, so that would be passed to the PayPal. So in that way we will be able to accept the payments using this specific formula which we have used. All right, so this would be sending the correct amount, which would be sent using this variable current underscore variant dot price divided by 100.00. So why we have written divided by 100.00? This was because if we are not writing this one, so wait a minute, if I am just writing H1, so actually I am showing you, because in this way you will confirm yourself that yes, this is correct. Otherwise you will get the doubt that maybe there is the less amount, or maybe more amount is going to be sent to our PayPal. So you can see that 69.99, right? So if I am removing this divided by 100, so then what will be happening? For example, I am removing 100.00 I am removing from there, and let me show you now. So if I am refreshing this page now, so you can see that we are getting 69 only. So can you see this one? So you can see that 69 is over here. So if I am removing this whole thing from, I mean divided by and all, then I am saving this specific code, and if I am refreshing now, so you will be getting this specific 6999, so 6999. So that means the decimal value is not considered now, right? So actually this is why this is showing, because the amount is going to be considered as a cent, CENT, cent. So 100 cent equal to $1. So that's why we have to divide this one, right? So again I'm going to delete this one and save this one, because we have confirmed the exact formula which we have required. So we have already passed that value from that value onto our PayPal account. So in this way the amount would be deducted from the customer's PayPal account, and that would be sent into the seller's PayPal account, right? So I think you got the basic understanding that how I did all the stuff. And maybe if you are having any confusion or something like that, you can ask me the question in the comment section, or you can ask me the question on the WhatsApp as well, because I am also adding the contact details below in the description. So if you are thinking that you cannot do this stuff by your own, you can also hire me. I will be helping you out with all the stuff. You don't need to worry about everything. I will be doing the coding for you, because in that way you will be just able to clear about the mistakes. Why? Because if you are trying your own, maybe you are not sure about the code. So if you are doing any mistake, then that may break some code. So that would be maybe you will be in trouble, right? So if you are thinking that you are not confident enough inside the in the coding, then you can just WhatsApp me that I have needed the help for that, for the implementation. So I will be doing all the stuff for you. So if you have still not subscribed the channel, just click on the subscribe button, and also share this video and like this video as well. And if you wanted to donate someone, because I wanted to grow this specific channel and wanted to reach to a greater extent of the people, so of course we have needed time to consume for creating the videos and all. So if you will be contributing something, because I have added the PayPal donation links, so if you want, you can donate anything, whatever you wanted to. So in that way I get inspired, and I will be creating more videos, and I will be solving more problems for the people. So a lot of people will be able to get the benefit out of it. All right, so once again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you are thinking that this video was useful for you, just share this video as well. So thank you so much for whatever time spent on this video. So I think that you got the value from this video. So see you in the next one.